Hey folks, we're back. I got an Uncle Huey. He's got a boat down in Manitou. And when I lost my job at Devco, he says, "If I got a job for you." See, I put my faith into no one. Got no time for the government. Since they ripped up my house in Lewisburg and stuck it down on some blocks of cement. There's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We took his boat off the coast of Bateston, just out of sight of the shore. Me and my cousin and a Frenchman I never laid eyes on before. Took his boat off the coast of, oh damn it. We met a boat that had come up from Boston, started heaving boxes overboard. Huey handed them a big bag of money. We were back in the harbor around 4. Singing, there's a boat coming up from America with caskets filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. We'd been met there by 7 morticians, loaded the boxes into their hearse. We'd set off with $8,000, laughing about what we'd spend it on first. Frenchman tells me his name is Thibault, that he grew up in Ilmadam. We could all go down to church hall on Saturday and get drunker than hell at the dance. One night Thibault got fired up on the moonshine, tried to beat up a Catholic priest. We got thrown out on our ass behind that church hall, spent the night with the mounted police. We went on working for weeks every Sunday, till Huey says we gotta slow it down. Someone's been singing like a jailbird, and it brought all the Mounties to town. They heard there's a boat coming up from America, heard about the caskets that are filled with cocaine. There's a gold mine out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. Huey calls us all down to the docks one night, and he hustled us out to the sea. He shut off the engines and the floodlights, and he pointed his shotgun at me. I said, "Huey, I ain't the one been singing. Must be the Frenchman from Ilmadam." Said, "That's just what a turncoat would tell me. Least you can do is to die like a man." would not be bothered with a casket. But what use is it now to complain? There's a graveyard out on the ocean and a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. And as the buckshot it entered my brain, I saw the lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There's a lighthouse in Little Lorraine. There it is. That's the lighthouse in Little Lorraine, gang. For those of you who've been asking for it for the last couple weeks, get it out of the way. You can go about your lives now if you were waiting around for that one. Welcome back to the Sonic Temple here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I am Adam Baldwin. This is Cross Country Chin Up Season 2, Episode 3. Lovely day, lovely Friday and Saturday here in my neck of the woods. And as a result of that, it's hotter than stink in this building, which is kind of giving me the feeling that I'm playing an old-fashioned rock show with a bunch of people in the room again. But nope, it's just me and Ben Chenzi, folks, on the the camera gobbledygook over there. Anyway, it's nice to have you. Thanks for joining us. This is a song I've never played before, and I was saying earlier to Jesse, my partner, I'm not sold on it yet. I think there's just a lyric or two that I'm not really sold on, but she asked if I would play it, and my mother loves this song too, so I'll give it a go. It's called Fire Away. She called my name just a whisper, said she loved me just the same, and I said I'd missed her along the shore of frigid water stands our young boy and our darling daughter. Through the screams of the west wind and across the beams of the sun sends a kind of calm to raise your eyes toward a new dawn, away from wasted time. So fire away on me, I'm the real foe. Just light the way for 'em with a dream to follow. She don't ask much, but her premonition leaves a wide wake. It gives me ammunition and all her back break. With no condition, oh, I've been sightless by my own admission. And fire away on me, I'm the real foe. Just light the way for her with a dream to follow. I'd be forever grateful. Just let their young souls be free from bother and let them love long, if just to spite their father. And fire away on me, I'm your real foe. Just light the way for 'em with a dream to follow. Fire away on me, as long as I know that you'll light the way for 'em with a dream to follow. Oh, with a dream to follow. With a dream to follow. I don't know. We'll see. I'm on the fence. It's truthfully, it's the dream to follow bit. I just find it cheesy. It sounds. Anyway, I'll work it out. Please don't type your opinions in the chat, because I'll just get really self-conscious about it. But there it is. I hope it landed. How's everybody? I hope as always you're faring all right out there in the face of all the madness. And if you're not, I hope you're able to just shut all that off for the next couple hours, and I hope I can entertain. I hope I can take your mind off things for a little while. Ben, anybody watching, or is it just you and Lil down? No, we got some folks out. Wicked. Glad to hear it. Thanks for being here. Yeah, sure. Okay, good to know. I just before this one, while it's on my mind, the folks who put the cameras in here basically and then broadcast this. It's a company called Rockbound Productions, and I think they do a bang up job every week, certainly for what I'm paying them. So I just want to thank them for the gear and for their time and their services. Without them at this, you wouldn't be seeing it, because I'd be left to try to sort it all out, and it would be a big old mess. So thanks to the gang at Rockbound, Ben included, of course. This is a song I recorded and put on a little digital EP called Songs for the Parlor. It's called Moon River. Wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. You dream maker, heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. There's two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. the same. Rainbows end up around the bend. My huckleberry friend. Moon River and me. You dream maker, heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. There's two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same. Rainbows end up around the bend. My huckleberry friend. Moon River and me. All right, thanks. I gotta tell you, the melancholy last week worked for me. I felt really good afterwards, and I'm gonna, kind of keep it along that vein this evening, if that's all right with you. If you get bored and sleepy, just let Ben know, and I don't know, I'll try to fix it a little bit. This is a song, sorry, Lil, maybe a little less guitar, please, bud. This is a song I wrote about a bombed out shell of a boat at the on the road I'm living on right now. If there was a community radio station in Seaforth, this would be a hit. But there isn't. It's called Betrayal on the Causeway Road. They call me Danny Fingers, and how I got that name is the source of some contention. So let me set it all straight. I set out for vindication for my brother's lost soul after a dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. I started fishing with my daddy back in '73. We made enough from the quota, we could start a little fleet, and heard Ronnie got an old Cape Island that'll sell for a steal, 30 foot with a Detroit diesel and a hell of a keel. So we bought a boat for my brother and his own tag too. Built the traps with my daddy like my daddy used to do, and Goddamn, on the first day of fishing, not a mile from his home, my brother took an ungodly load of water. Every seam on the hull let go was a dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. That dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. Well, my mama's still crying. My daddy took to the drink. Me, I just got angry with all the time to think. Ronnie's gonna have to meet his own maker. I'm gonna go it alone. How's my brother supposed to get himself to heaven when we never did find his bones? I got some old booze bottles loaded with kerosene, stuffed rags down the necks of them, and grabbed some TNT in. Then I drank up the courage, grabbed my Navy cut smokes to avenge the dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. That dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. Untied my boat from her mooring, lit up a cigarette, came on the gas a little heavy, and I slipped on the deck. Well, as God is my witness, I never will forget that smell. My cigarette caught a bottle, brought all the fury of hell, floated through 3 Fathom Harbor, round the reserve and the wedge. The tide spit me out in the morning on the other side of Rudy's Head. How long I was out for, buddy, it's hard to know. I'll tell you one thing for certain, I blew off my fingers and my toes. It was a dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. A dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. Goddamn. La-da-da-da-da. Well, her keel's still sitting in the seaside sands. I had to give up on the fishing on account of my hands. Well, if you're looking for a lesson when it comes to revenge, you better leave it to the ocean. She's gonna win in the end with the dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. That dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. Beware of the dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. Just another dark and dirty betrayal on the Causeway Road. Thank you, gang. Lil, just a hair more vocal here, if you could, please. Tonight, I'm very fortunate to have Bishop Cellar in downtown Halifax here right on the waterfront. They're a private liquor boutique. I don't know if that's what they would want me to call it, but anyway, Bishop Cellar and the Nova Scotia Spirit Companies, the makers and procurers of my favorite beverage, my favorite adult beverage. They're presenting the show this evening, which is a great help. It's taking care of the room and the cost of putting the show on this evening. But we decided that given that, we would try to send some money instead of to my band camp to try to sell T-shirts. I would urge you folks tonight, if you can, to support Feed Nova Scotia, which is obviously an organization here in Nova Scotia that ensures that there's food on everybody's table. It's a really hard go out here these days. So a lot of things have kind of transpired since the beginning of this pandemic, and one of those things is that it's become very expensive to live in this city, even more than it ever was, and there's a lot of folks that are trying to figure out how to stay in the apartment they're in or stay in the house they're in, and so food is becoming scarce, and I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic that our provincial government is going to take some steps to sort of alleviate a lot of the pressure that's on some of us in time, so that we can kind of pause things and hopefully not too many more people are forced from their homes and are forced with the decision to pay their phone bill or feed their family. It's a serious issue that's kind of started to rear its head in this province, and specifically in Halifax, maybe over the last several months, and it's frightening. So Feed Nova Scotia is doing some great work, obviously, aside from all this, to make sure if you're hungry, there'll be some food on your table. So I would, along with Bishop Seller and the Nova Scotia Spirit Company, we'd like to ask you to kindly make a contribution, if you can, to that organization, and make sure there's nobody out there going hungry. They need all the help they can get these days. It was a 10-year winter falling in line. A land with no freedom is no land of mine. And it's a heavy fist that we took in the guts, left a hazy memory of what used to be what. And when push comes to shove, true patriot love, my face will not change through the blood and the pain. It's far and it's wide and there's no place to hide. Who'd leave a man in a darkness that wasn't his own? Who'd lose 1,000 of our daughters, starved from their home? Who feeds fear like a drug to a man with too much, while another's left dead at the doors that we shut in? When push comes to shove, true patriot love, my face will not change through the blood and the pain. It's far and it's wide and there's no place to hide. It'll be washed away. Won't you hear me, brother? Don't lose sight. What we lost in the dark, we're gonna find come the daylight. Help me, sister, take my side. Strong and free and we're far and wide. Well, it's a coward's errand looking down on a man unless you lifting him up, unless you're helping him stand. And it's a fool who believes that he's too high to fall. He just stands there watching, losing sight of it all. And when push comes to shove, true patriot love, my face will not change through your blood and your pain. It's far and it's wide and there's no place to hide. Be washed away by the summer rain. Hear me, brother, don't lose sight. Where we're lost in the dark, we're gonna find come the daylight. Help me, sister, take my side. Strong and free and we're far and wide. Won't you hear me, brother? Don't lose sight. What we lost in the dark, we're gonna find come the daylight. Help me, sister, take my side. Strong and free, and we're far and wide now. Won't you hear me, brother? Don't lose sight. What we lost in the dark, we're gonna find come the daylight. Help me, sister, take my side. Strong and free, and we're far and wide now. Thanks, buds. I suppose I should mention. I do believe there's a link in the description here of this program, this broadcast. Ben's nodding his head. I know it's my bucks are hard to come by these days. If you can help out at all, it'll mean the world to me personally. $1,250? Oh my goodness, that's a good shift, gang. All right.
Some very large anonymous donations.
Oh, that's fantastic. Large anonymous donations. That's a beautiful thing.
And your daughter, Ryan San Angelo, some folks from Virginia.
My daughter
Yeah.
donated money?
No, in the chat. Sorry. I'm sorry, that was two thoughts.
Oh, in the chat. My daughter's in the chat. Hi, Dahlia.
Yeah. Very happy. And along with all the usual.
I didn't know she could type. What a gal. She's forever surprising her father. I wish I could remember how to... I'm going to try some of this song just for Dal. No, I don't remember it. It's best I don't, because I'll embarrass myself. Stick to the plan. She came home from the beach earlier today. Her mother took her to the beach, and she came home, and I don't know how it happened, but Dahlia knew all the words to, what's that Taylor Swift song? We are never, ever getting back together. I don't know how it happened. To my knowledge, she'd never heard the song before, and then she just came home, and she was dancing around in the living room, and she knew every word, even the little, like, talking bit in the middle there. It was really something. I can't remember the words to songs that I have written over the course of 15 years, and my daughter hears a song one time and she retains it all.
Maybe a Taylor Swift front band.
Yeah, maybe, which was probably gold in them hills. All right, it's a song from my first EP. I recorded in this room. I don't know. I feel like it was 2013 or 14 or something, and it was the first time I put a band together to do anything really. Anyway, it's called Bold as Brass. This is a song I don't even particularly. I don't know what it means anymore. I don't know what it meant when I wrote it. Anyway, here she goes. There's an old lady with some tarot cards. Said, step inside and let me see who you are. Well, living, baby, is the easy part, but it's hard as rain when you're living in the dark. Somebody told me of a shorter path. Oh, I'd be on it at the drop of a hat. You can keep your fire and leave me with the ash. Well, it must be easy when you're bold as brass. I got no money and my feet are worn. I slept in a bed, I just don't sleep anymore. Gonna try my luck till my back gets sore. Gonna try my luck and honey, I'll slip out your door. Well, if somebody told me of a shorter path, oh, I'd be on it at the drop of a hat. You can keep your fire and leave me with the ash. Well, it gotta be easy when you're bold as brass. Well, I gotta cross the bear and I got a fence to mend. I'm tired of picking up a mess from its cleaner end. I can't afford a gun, so I'm picking up a pen. One way or the other, I'm gonna wind up on the losing end. Will serve. Somebody told me of a shorter path. Oh, I'd be on it at the drop of a hat. You can keep your fire and leave me with the ash. Well, it must be easy when you're bold as brass. Well, it must be easy when you're bold as brass. Well, I gotta be easy when you're bold as brass. Oh, when you're bold as brass and you're cold and you're crass. When you're bold as brass, you got your foot on the gas. When you're bold as brass and you're living too fast. When you're bold as brass, well, you can kiss my ass. All right. All right. Thanks, folks. Thanks for hanging out.
$2,090.
Holy mackerel. We're just about to $2,100. 5 songs, 6 songs in. That's remarkable. I every once in a while when we do these fundraiser things on these shows, I am forever stunned at the kindness of the people that listen to the music that I make, and it makes me feel really proud that that I have attracted that type of a person. I thank you all very much for chucking some money at this thing. It's beautiful. I'm so proud to have you all watching this. You guys are the salt of the earth. I'm gonna do one more here and go take a quick 5, like a super quick 5-minute breather here and compose myself again. I just again, I guess before I play this, I want to really send my heartfelt gratitude to the Nova Scotia Spirit Company and Bishop's Cellar. These guys have been real good to me for whatever reason. They're good friends to have, and they have a great sense of community. And I'm proud to be working for them or with them this evening. Yeah, so check out their stuff. They're they didn't get involved in this necessarily for me to peddle their services. They literally they're involved because they want to raise some money for a good cause. And but the people behind the logo, they're really good people. They're exactly the type of people I like to invite into my life and my career. So I want to thank them very much for putting this thing on this evening. And I suppose, again, they didn't ask me to say this. I'm not auditioning to be a pitchman or anything, but Bishop Cellar, that in Nova Scotia, our Nova Scotia Liquor Corporation, they, for whatever reason, they haven't. They've decided not to deliver alcohol door to door while another arm of government has asked us all to stay home, and so instead Bishops has been providing that service. They are making it as easy as possible for you to stay in your home to avoid the catching this virus. They'll bring your favorite drink to you if they've got it, and it's just another example of private enterprise trying to fix the mess that the government has made. Anyway, that might sound like I'm joking, but I'm not. They're doing their part to make sure folks can stay home while we're all being asked to do this, and I think that's no small feat. So if you need a nice cold blue lobster, give the gang a call down there, and they'll whip it out to your house in no time. This song's from my buddy Darren. She was born on a bumpy road. Her mama stayed at home. Her daddy worked the boats. You only seldom saw him when she'd cry into the night. Daddy'd turn off all the lights, put a record on, and she held her in his arms. Came home from a month away, supposed to fix the car. He took all the money he saved and he bought her a guitar. Well, she played the thing to death till it was time to go to bed. She put her record on and she held it in her arms. She held it in her arms. She held it in her arms. Her and her boyfriend, they met in school. They made themselves a band. They got themselves a deal, and they traveled across the land. After every show they played, in every bed they laid, she put her record on, and she held it in her arms. She held him in her arms. She held him in her arms. Now the band is come and gone. She teaches lessons at a music store. It ain't like it wasn't fun. She just couldn't take it anymore. So she's moving herself back home, 'cause her boyfriend left her alone. She takes a picture of her band and she burns it in her hand. Then she went to the rock show, won the tickets on the radio. She smoked a little dough, bought the record and she went on home. When she put up on the lawn, seen her daddy was dead and gone. So she put her record on, held her mama in her arms, held her mama in her arms, held her mama in her arms. Thanks, buds. Keep her going. I'll be right back. Like in no time flat. Thanks for hanging out. See you in a second. We're back. We're just over $3,500 right now, which is astounding to me. There's hovering somewhere between 300 and 400 people, and you have produced that much money. That's astounding to me, and I can't thank you enough, folks. You guys are the best. I do these shows as often as I can for a lot of reasons, and then you all display your ample kindness, and if there was ever any doubt why I might put something on like this, I'm very quickly reminded that it's because you guys have earned it big time. It's such a pleasure to be playing for you tonight. You guys are the kindest people on the planet. I appreciate your help this evening. This is not a song I wrote. I've never played it before. I was trying to learn it earlier today. It should be good for a laugh. We'll see how it goes. My dad used to have this song on most of the music that informed sort of my, I won't say songwriting style, but certainly the way that I like to hear music produced. It all came from a handful of mixtapes that my father had in his truck that we would listen to driving to hockey practices or whatever when I was a little boy. And this was a big hit in that Chevy S10 once upon a time. I don't know if I can do it or not, but I'm sure gonna try. It's for my dad. I can't stop the way I feel. The things you do, they don't seem real. Tell me what you got in mind, 'cause we're running out of time. Won't you ever set me free? This waiting round is killing me. She drives me crazy like no one else. She drives me crazy and I can't help myself. I can't get any rest. People say that I'm obsessed. Everything you say is lies, but to me there's no surprise. What I had for you is true. Things go wrong, they always do, and she drives me crazy like no one else. Well, she drives me crazy and I can't help myself. I won't make it on my own. Nobody likes to be alone. Sing it at home, you know it. Whoa, she drives me crazy she drives me crazy, like no one else. Oh, she drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. Ooh, she drives me crazy. She drives me crazy. Ooh, she drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. She drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. That wasn't bad, I don't think. Did we scare them off in droves there, Ben? We're down to 6 people watching, and they've all asked for their money back from Feed Nova Scotia. Uh-oh. What do I got here? I'm hesitant to go on off on this little tangent before I play this song, but I sort of more to my point earlier about how things around here it's getting tough. It's getting tough for a lot of folks. This is not a woe is me thing, but I rent a house right now, and I got to be out of it. But in the end of July, and I got to try to find a new place for my family to live. I desperately want to kind of stay in my neighborhood. I love it there. My kids go to school there. Their friends are there. And as a result of this sort of housing boom, which has been great for some people, they've sold their homes and made a lot of money. But as a result of this, it's put those of us who, at the moment, we can't, we haven't got money put together for a down payment on a house or whatever. A lot of us are in a tough spot, and. Just to sort of preface, I say all that to preface this little story. I was pumping gas into my car in Cole Harbor, and I went inside to pay, and I came out, and as I walked out the door of the gas station, there was a beautiful Corvette Stingray. It was a gold Stingray, and it was a beautiful car, and the guy was pumping some gas into it. A guy, I would imagine to be sort of my father's age. Let's just say that. And I said to him, kind of make small talk. I said, "Man, it must be nice driving that thing around on a day like this." It was a beautiful, sunny spring day, and he had the top down on it, and I said, "It must be nice driving a thing like that around on a day like this." And he said to me, "If you work hard enough, you can have one of these too." And it took everything in my power to keep walking towards my car and get in it and drive away without screeching. I have a real problem with that assumption that he made. He took a look at me, and maybe he knew the car I was heading to or something, but he assumed that I don't work as hard as him. And I can't help but imagine that he assumes that everybody who's not driving a vintage Stingray Corvette, they don't work as hard as him. And that is not just an ignorant way to go through life, but it's a dangerous manner of thinking, in my opinion. I work really hard. I know people that work much harder than I do, that make less of a living than I do. I think that my point is, by and large, a lot of the people that have the hardest jobs and have to work the hardest for their dollar, we're serving somebody else, and somebody else is getting rich off a lot of people's hard work. That's not my experience right now, but it was maddening to think that that man thought that everybody around town isn't driving a Stingray because they don't work as hard as him. You know what I mean? And there's got to be a change in the attitude. I just outside having a cigarette, I ran into a guy who was looking for $13 to go stay at a Salvation Army, and that guy, you could tell by looking at him. It's not that he wants to go stay there. It's not that he'd rather take it easy and not work. He's found himself in a situation where that's what he got to do. He's got to ask for money to go find a bed to sleep in. And it pisses me off when people of a certain generation assume that we're not all working as hard as we can. And anyway, I'm sorry I went off on a tangent, but that's been bothering me all week. So again, all that to say, Feed Nova Scotia, their work is not to provide food to people who can't be bothered to work. They are providing food to people who are not being paid what they are worth. They are not being compensated for the very difficult work that they do. They are not being compensated fairly for it. That's what I truly believe in my heart, and that's why I think it is. I can't believe it's necessary, but these are hardworking people that deserve the help that you've all offered to them this evening, and I want to thank you. And if you think that just because we're not all driving Stingrays, we're not working hard enough, I want you to take a good long look in the mirror and consider yourself lucky that you get to think that way. This is a song about working your ass off. It's called Highest of Hopes. Where to begin? Maybe when I was 16 and I was half the man that my daddy had been. So I bought a guitar, I drove around in my mama's old car, and I dreamed of being a rock and roll star. We got the highest of hopes. We got the highest of hopes, but our backs on the ropes. I gotta play downtown, I got a show with the Glory Hound. We get $60 just for messing around. There was nobody there, began to think that nobody cared, so we drank and drank till the fridges were bare. We had the highest of hopes, we had the highest of hopes, but our backs on the ropes. Now a few years ahead, I make rock and roll band, but we drank and drug till we nearly were dead. I fall in love every night, like yesterday we're all cast aside, but we go on pretending like everything is right. We got the highest of hopes, we got the highest of hopes, but our backs on the ropes. We got the highest of hopes, we got the highest of hopes, but our backs on the ropes. I'm 25 years old, I left my wife and my son back at home, and I blew the smoke out of Toronto. We got the highest of hopes, we got the highest of hopes, but our backs on the ropes. We got the highest of hopes, but our backs on the ropes. We got the highest of hopes. All right, thank y'all. Play some guitar, maybe. How we doing, Ben? Did my tirade scare everyone off? Great, all right. $3,800 big ones for Feed Nova Scotia. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Right, I saw that. Tony Murray messaged me earlier. Happy anniversary, Danny, Andrea. I miss you. I'll be over for a swim as soon as possible. Also, my friend, a great singer from around here, her name's Sasha Muse. Happy birthday, bud. From all your buds. Hope you're enjoying your day. Let's see here. Oh, my baby, baby, why you making me bleed? You gotta show me some mercy, let me off of my knees. I'll take 20 years to right my wrong. Just don't keep me from my love that long. Alright. Oh, my baby, baby, why you walking away? Won't you tell me, honey, what you want me to say? She wanna find some other company. She said she just can't stand the sight of me. Oh, and when it hits the skid, all you losers, you take a walk. Man, it is what it is. They call it love on the rocks. So I sit by the phone and I'm waiting to hear that beautiful voice of me disappear. And when the moment arrived, it was painfully clear. All the words she spoke had to pass through her tears. Oh, and when it hits the skids, all you losers, you take a walk. Man, it is what it is. They call it love on the rocks. I said when it hits the skids, hearts break and the money talk. And it is just what it is. They call it love on the rocks. Goddamn. My baby got her heart set free. Said she locked it up tight with the likes of me. I can't believe what she said. She's gone and found. She's got a man gonna turn all the luck around and around, around, around and around, around and round and around and around, around and round and around and around, around and round and around. Oh, and when it hits the skids, all you losers, you take a walk. And it is just what it is. They call it love on the rocks. I said when it hits the skids, all you losers, you take a walk. It's kids being kids. They call it love on the rocks. They call it love on the rocks. I said when it hits the skids, hearts break and the money talks. Is just what it is. They call it love on the rocks. I said love on the rocks. I said love on the rocks. Thank you. What's up, Ben? How we doing? Great. Again, a big thank you to Lil Thomas and who runs the Sonic Temple here in Halifax, where I've been putting these shows on. If it sounds good, it's because of him. If it sounds bad, it's because of me. He's the best in the biz. I don't know. Is there any requests coming through here, Ben? Ooh, okay, I can do that. I'm gonna go to the piano actually for that guy. Yeah, it's earlier than I thought, so just start firing some stuff at Ben, and I'll if I can play it, I'll play it. Clouds under my lover's feet, with 1,000 other people. She's alone on the street, Me, I'm just a voice in need. What's a woman like her doing with me? Where the sun and the moon collide, I'll meet her there anytime. In her eyes I've seen a trace of gold that every king would beg to behold. I've only one place to go, that's back in her arms or on my way home, where the sun and the moon still shine. They float around you, babe, in the very same sky, and then the two of our hearts collide. I'll meet her there anytime. I hope I don't stray too far. All these days on the road ain't the easiest part, and I hope she don't take it too hard. She'll light up a flame instead of curse in the dark, where the sun and the moon still shine. Well, they float around you, babe, in the very same sky, and then the two of our hearts collide. I'll meet her there anytime. I'll meet her there anytime. Oh, I'll meet her there anytime. Oh, I'll meet her there anytime. Thank y'all.
You opened up the floodgates with requests.
All right, great. What do we got, Ben?
Okay, well, good gracious
Ooh,
and a bit much.
okay.
And then there are some other ones, but we'll leave those, leave them one.
Well, what are the other ones?
Take on me,
Oh yeah.
tougher than the rest.
Okay, I'll do that one.
And then also, I quote, would break the chat, would be the Golden Girls theme.
Oh yeah, right. That would break the chat.
Quite breaking.
Yeah, we got enough internet problems. I'll try not to break the entire internet. Oh shit! What was it? What were they?
Good gracious, a bit much.
No, after that.
Take on me,
No.
tougher than the rest.
Yeah, that's it. This is a Bruce Springsteen song from a record called Tunnel of Love. That is it's a hard record for a lot of Springsteen fans because it came out in 1989, I believe. He more or less fired the E Street Band during this era, and so there's a lot of the Bruce Springsteen purists, they don't much care for this record because it marked sort of the start of the absence of the E Street Band. But I really love this record. There's a lot of great songs on it, but this one in particular is my favorite. It's a Saturday night song, full on. It's called Tougher Than the Rest. And it makes me, it really reminds me of Maddie Mays, who, in case you, I feel like everybody who's watching this was probably watching Maddie's show last night. It was awesome. It was so great to hear him singing again, and it was bittersweet for me because I would have done anything to have been in there singing with him. But anyway, the first time I really like properly hung out in New York City, I think. No, that's not true. But anyway, once upon a time, he flew me down to New York, and he was living in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, when it was still cool. It wasn't just like a giant Apple store. The whole neighborhood has gone to hell in a handbag, in my opinion. But at the time, he was living on Roebling and 7th, and it was a great spot. And it was like I got, the band, they called it the Adult Dose. I got the adult dose in New York City while I was staying down there with him. But this one afternoon, myself and Matt and Damien and another guy named Joey something or other, he wound up playing in a band called Midlake. A great bass player. I can't remember who else he played with, but in any event, we crowded into his little apartment, and we recorded a version of this song that the few times I've heard it, it really makes me happy. It kind of takes me right back to, first of all, being a young man, and then second of all, being in New York City and enjoying the whole thing. Anyway, this song's called Tougher Than the Rest. Well, it's Saturday night. You're all dressed up in blue. I've been watching you a while. Maybe you've been watching me too. So somebody ran out, left somebody's heart in a mess. If you're looking for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Some girls, they want a handsome Dan, or some good-looking Joe. On their arms, some girls like a sweet-talking Romeo. Well, around here, baby, I learned you get what you can get. Well, if you're looking for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Well, the road is dark. It's a thin, thin line, and I want you to know I'll walk it for you anytime. Maybe your other boyfriend couldn't pass the test. If you're rough and ready for love, time or two. Well, I don't know, baby. Maybe you've been around too. Well, there's another dance. All you gotta do is say yes. If you're up and ready for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Oh, if you're up and ready for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. If you're up and ready for love, honey, I'm tougher than the rest. Marvelous. Thank y'all. How we doing, Ben? How y'all doing out there?
40, we're over $4,100.
Holy smokes. Gang, there's $4,100 has been donated this evening to feed Nova Scotia by you gang. Again, I cannot stress how amazing that is, how happy that makes me feel. I want to thank again the gang at Bishop Cellar and the Nova Scotia Spirit Company for putting their weight behind this endeavor. But you all at home watching this, your generosity is inspiring, and it sure is a bright spot in what has been a dark bunch of months. It's good to know there's, in the face of all this, there's still the desire to help out fellow man. And I know it sounds hippy dippy, but it sure makes me feel good. And it gives me hope, truthfully. I think people like you guys were running the planet would be in a lot better shape. Yeah, man, that's nothing to slouch at. I'll do a couple more here, I think. Ben, any, what do you got for requests there? Any new ones? What is that?
General Wilbur's.
Oh, the Traveling Wilburys? I wonder if I know any of those. I'm wearing a Traveling Wilburys shirt, but I'm not convinced I know how to play any of those songs. I do know a Jeff Lynne song, funny enough, as I pull this lyric sheet out of the way. When I say I know a Jeff Lynne song, I mean I practiced the piano part earlier. Jeff Lynne, a founding member of the Traveling Wilburys, the brains behind the production of the project, and of course the brains behind the Electric Light Orchestra, who are one of the greatest bands in the history of the world. I'm gonna do this one. This is another one that reminds me of Maze. The first time I heard this song, we were on our way to the PEI ferry, driving along that stretch, like where all the so all the pelicans I don't even know if they're pelicans. Whatever these birds are, they're big birds, and they perched themselves on this little stretch of road kind of by the Michelin plant, and they just, I'm sure they make a colossal mess in that body of water there, but that's the least of the worries, or it was at the time. But in any event, I can remember driving down that strip on the way to the ferry, and he put this song on. It was the first time I'd heard it, and it's a beautiful little number called "Can't Get It Out of My Head." Midnight on the water, I saw the ocean's daughter staring as she called my name, walking on a wave she came, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. Now my whole world is gone for dead, and I can't get it out of my head. Oh no. Breakdown on the shoreline, can't move. It's an ebb tide. Morning don't get here tonight. Searching for a silver light, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. And my whole world is gone for dead, 'cause I can't get it out of my head. Oh no. Bank job in the city, Robin Hood and Little John and William Tall and Aaron Owen, that's a lie. They don't envy me. Sitting till the sun goes down, as I spinning round and around, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. And my whole world is gone for dead. No, I can't get it out of my head. Oh no, no, I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. And my whole world is gone for dead, 'cause I can't get it out of my head. Oh no. No, I can't get it out of my head. Oh no, no, no. Thanks, gang. We'll call this the last push. If we don't come up with another penny, I think y'all have done a real good thing this evening, and I hope you rest easy knowing that your hard-earned money is going to help out some very deserving people who are just going through a tough time right now. I cannot thank you enough for donating to Feed Nova Scotia. I cannot thank you enough for watching me do this foolishness for another week. It means the world to me that there's a gang of you that come back to listen to me sing songs. Thank you again to Rockbound Productions, Ben Chenzi, Lil Thomas at the Sonic Temple, and of course the good gang presenting this program this evening, the Nova Scotia Spirit Company and Bishop Cellar. They are good. They are good people. At both of those companies, they're good community-minded folks who want to leverage the success that they're having to try and make this this place a little better, and I really appreciate it. Here's one more quick one. Oh wait, what's that? We're over $5,500. Holy mackerel, folks!
That's thanks in part to an anonymous $1,000 donation.
Wow. That's I'm the luckiest guy in the world that good people are come to this show. I thank you all very, very, very much. I'm not sure there's a better song to play us out than this one, so here it goes. Thank you, folks, so much for tuning in, and thank you for throwing money at this. I hope it pays dividends in the future somehow or another. If the I don't know about karma, but if there is such a thing, I hope it visits you tenfold. I love you all very much. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much for donating to Feed Nova Scotia. We'll see y'all next week. I'll be back, and make sure you find Maddie Mays out there too. Friday, it's a great little 1-2 punch if you ask me. Here it is. Thank you for being a friend, traveling down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, ba, da, 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 da. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. Thank you all for being a friend. Wish you good night and a pleasant tomorrow. We'll see y'all soon. Peace and love. Take care of each other. Thank you.